going to talk about robber barons.
Do you guys know what a robber baron is?
I do not.
Oh, well, I'll tell you. A robber baron is a business owner or executive who acquires wealth through ethically questionable tactics.
There are three famous robber barons that we're going to talk about today. The first one is Andrew Carnegie. He was a Scottish-American industrialist, businessman, and entrepreneur who led the enormous expansion of the American steel industry in the late 19th century. He was also one of the most important philanthropists in his era. His first job in the United States was as a factory worker. Later on, he became a bill logger. Soon after that, he became a messenger boy, and then he built Phillipsburg Carnegie Steel Company. Carnegie donated most of his money to establish many libraries, schools, and universities in the United States as well as other countries. He is voted the second richest man in history after John D. Rockefeller. In the 1870s, he founded the Carnegie Steel Company. His life is often best referred as a true rags to riches story.
The next famous robber baron is Cornelius Vanderbilt. He was a famous American entrepreneur who built his wealth in shipping and railroads. He was also the patriarch of the Vanderbilt family and one of the richest Americans in history. He provided the initial gift to found Vanderbilt University, which is named in his honor. Born in Staten Island, New York, Vanderbilt began working on his father's ferry in New York Harbor as a boy. Quitting school at the age of 11, at the age of 16, Vanderbilt decided to start his own ferry service. On December 19, 1813, Vanderbilt married his first cousin, Sophia Johnson. He and his wife eventually had 13 children. One of his famous railroads by Vanderbilt are the New York and Harlem Railroad, the Hudson River Railroad, New York Central Railroad, etc. Back to you, Jackie.
All right. Another famous robber baron is John D. Rockefeller. He is an American oil industrialist, investor, and philanthropist. He was the founder of the Standard Oil Company. Rockefeller revolutionized the petroleum industry and defined the structure of modern philanthropy. Rockefeller's wealth soared and he became the world's richest man and first American worth more than $1 billion. Often regarded as the richest person in history, his fortune was mainly used to create the modern systematic approach of targeted philanthropy with foundations that had a major effect on medicine, education, and scientific research. He is also the founder of both the University of Chicago and Rockefeller University.
Okay, so out of those three robber barons, we're going to talk about who was worth the most, the second most, and the third and last. So,
Who do you think was the first?
who do you think's worth the most?
Who do you think is worth the most?
I'm going to have to go with Rockefeller.
Alright, so here are the results. In first place, John D. Rockefeller, worth $663.4 billion in his lifetime. Second is Andrew Carnegie with $298.3 billion. And third is Cornelius Vanderbilt worth $105 million. So,
That's a lot of money.
yeah, it is. So now we're going to talk more about robber barons and some terms that go along with robber barons. Jackie?
I'm going to help you guys understand what a trust is.
Okay.
Because I'm pretty sure you guys don't really know what it is, right? Okay, well, I'll give you the smart definition here. It's a deal when stockholders in several companies transfer their shares to a single set of trustees. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Neither do I. Just kidding. All right. Think of it as a cage. So you place all of your stuff there, and like you put it there before you want to give it to the person who's supposed to get it. It's like a place to hold off your stuff before you sell it off to the person.
So
who
like a
deserves
storage
it.
unit that you put stuff in and then you take it out.
Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
Alright. Do you have any more terms?
A monopoly.
Like the game?
No, but similar. A monopoly is when a company has complete control over an area of work.
Oh.
Another major topic is what is a corporation? We should all be familiar with that, but I will tell you anyways. It's a company or like a group of people that are authorized to act as a single entity and recognized as such in law.
Alright. The next thing we're going to talk about is what a self-made man is. Are either of you self-made men? Do you think?
Sounds nice, so yeah.
Maybe
All
even
right.
appearance.
Well, Andrew Carnegie is a self-made man. He is someone who comes from low origins or who against all odds breaks out of the inherited social position, climbs up the social ladder, and creates a new identity for himself. So he started as like a factory worker, and he worked all the way up to creating a business and making all the money that he could make. The next thing is Sherman's Antitrust Act, and it has to do with monopolies that Jackie just mentioned. And it was in 1890. It was the first measure passed by the United States Congress to stop abusive monopolies. In some ways, it remains the most important act. And what philanthropy is you can tell that all the robber barons we named are philanthropists, and it means it basically means the love of humanity, and love in the sense of caring for, nurturing, developing, or enhancing humanity of what is the sense of what it is to be human. And the robber barons were philanthropists because they made life better with their trade and use their wealth to help people now and then. Well, that's all the time we have today.
That's all.
Oh, time flies when you're having fun, huh, guys?
Yeah, it does. Alright, so hopefully you guys enjoyed our episode.
The talk.
Watch us tomorrow and we'll have a new topic for you. Bye.
Deuces.
Goodbye.